Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Netta. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite primers, foundations, powders, highlighters, and setting sprays of 2019, and to wrap up the favorites video of this year. This is fun. These are products that really just held me down. I used a lot. They were my everyday go-to products that I just found myself reaching for quite a bit. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. Glad to have you back. Glad to see you before the end of 2019. We're going into a new decade, 2020. And to be honest, I am so glad 2019 is over. 2019 was a really tough year for me. It was a very hard year, and it really sucked. I'm not gonna lie. 2019 was it was a tough one, you know. All my resilience and my endurance was put to the test, but alas, we are overcomers, and I've made it through. And here we are at the finish line, and I'm so happy and excited to see what's in store for me in 2020. I have really good vibes about it. I have a really good feeling about it, that there are great things to come in 2020, and I'm wishing and hoping and praying the same thing for you in 2020. You know, I think 2020 is our year, okay? It is our year. Whatever happened in 2019, we're letting it go. And we are walking into our 2020 with our heads high, ready, prepared to receive whatever it is that's in store for us. So also another thing I just wanted to mention really quickly is the next time I come before you guys will be January 2nd. After the new year, I'm going to jump on and we're going to do a Q&A. I did do a Q&A on my Instagram page to allow, open myself up, allow you guys the opportunity to get to know me a little bit better, to know your YouTuber. I feel like that's really important, every this will be something I do maybe like every 3 months. So in business terms, like every quarter we'll do a Q&A, and you'll be able to ask some questions about me, about where I see, where the channel is heading, where I see this channel heading, just, what's going on. We can talk about that. So make sure you are turning on. Wait. Hey, wait a minute. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, okay? And then after you subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notifications, so that way you can get an email every time I upload a video, okay? And then on January 2nd, we'll also talk about the new upload schedule. Now that I work part-time, your girl's got a lot more time for creating content, really dedicating myself to that. So we'll talk about the new upload schedule, products that you want to see. It's a Q&A. You can ask your questions. So I just want to let you guys know that right now. So make sure you come back on January 2nd and you turn on those post notifications. And you can leave your questions in the in the comment section of this video. That way on January 2nd, when we do the Q&A, I can answer those questions for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. That's enough yapping. Let's get started. So starting with summertime months, because I feel like the products change between the weather, which the seasons, of course it does. So we're going to start off with the summertime. So the primer that I used a heck of a lot this summer would be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Soft Matte Primer. As you can see, I have had to depot this primer, and I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, that's all I have left. That is all I have left. And I was literally scraping this bottle to get the last bit of that, and I'll probably be out of this soon because my skin, the weather here has been up and down. One day it's freezing weather, The next day it's nice and warm, it's in the mid 60s. I'm like, I don't know. So sometimes I am still using this. Will I repurchase this? Maybe not. And the reason why I say no, that once that's gone, I won't be repurchasing it, is because this year I also tried the Becca mattifying primer, and whoa, that primer was so good. I loved it. I don't have any more of it. It's gone, so I'm definitely going to be repurchasing that when this runs out. This was good. It did its job. But that Becca mattifying primer, I loved it. So I'll be repurchasing that. And then I just want to, try other primers that are mattifying in the new year to see, what else is out there, what else might work for my complexion. But definitely that Becca mattifying primer as well. I don't have it here, but it's definitely a favorite of mine too, as well as the Too Faced mattifying peach primer. That one was good as well. So those two I'll probably bring back into my collection. And then as far as a hydrating primer, okay, so I don't have it on hand, but I had to sample. And if you've been watching like some of my previous videos, I had to sample that Milk Hydro Grip primer. Wow, that primer is so good. Now you do have to give it about 5 minutes to let it dry down. Like you really need to let it dry down. Let it sit and absorb into the skin for a little bit. But that primer is definitely going to be a staple within the next few days actually on this channel, because it was that good. And then so that Milk Hydro Grip primer was a great one. I loved it. I was so mad when I ran out of the sample. I gotta go purchase a full size. And then of course you guys already know the Too Faced Hangover RX primer is a staple in my makeup routine. Is what I have on today. It's what I wear pretty much all the time. I love it because it feels like a skincare. It just feels like a moisturizer, really, but it's a primer, and I love that because during the times where I do need a extra moisture and nourishment for my skin, this is there. So love this as well. All right, so now moving into foundation, I'll do the same thing. So mattifying foundations. So it would have to be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Soft Matte Foundation. This foundation was beautiful. I really did like it. I've heard some people didn't like it that much, but I'm not sure why. I don't really understand why not. Guys, I'll tell you something. A lot of your foundation and applying your makeup, whether it's making your foundation last or whatever, has a lot to do with the skin prep that you do before you apply the foundation. So right now I've been at work all day, okay, and I'm just now getting home, and so my foundation looks a little bit oilier than what it is. And actually I have this ring light here, so the light from the ring light comes on my face and it makes it look even oilier than what it really is. My skin really is not as shiny as you see it on camera. And the reason why my foundation lasts this long is because you have to do all the prep before you put on the foundation. You gotta take care of the oil first. So, setting your primer with a powder is a wonderful tip. I've heard Wayne Goss, makeup artist, if you don't know about him, he talks about it a lot. I first found out about it from him, and then when I found Jackie Aina's channel, I saw that she was doing it too. So it really is good advice, setting your primer with a powder. And if you have really oily skin, a mattifying powder will start the process of controlling that oil before you put on your foundation. And then you don't stop there, because a lot of people stop there. I haven't seen this tip given out on YouTube. If someone has given this information, forgive me. But the next thing you want to do after you set your primer with a powder, if you have really oily skin like I do, a mattifying powder, you then want to spray that down with a mattifying setting spray. And then you go ahead and do your foundation and everything else. And I kid you not, your makeup will last all day. Okay, but eventually it can't last forever. Everything's gonna break down eventually. So yes, as far as the mattifying foundation goes, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Instant Retouch Soft Matte Foundation was a banger for me, as well as the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. So in the Fenty Beauty, I'm in the shade 390, and the Lancome, I'm in the shade 435 Basic W. Often you would find me mixing these two together. That's how I wore these together. It gave me really great coverage. It gave me really great staying power. These two mixed together was just absolutely beautiful, and it was because this is my summer shade when I get a tan, but in the early parts of summer when that oil is starting to really build up, but I don't quite have a tan yet. This one was just a bit too light, so I would mix these two together. Perfect match, okay? And then I would use this as a concealer too, and I still use it as a concealer sometimes. So yeah, these two were my favorite mattifying foundations. All right, and so then moving into, this video is gonna be so long. I'm sorry, I'll try to hurry up. But moving into more nourishing foundations, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. I am in the shade Y505. Is my go-to foundation for when my skin is dry and parched. I really like to mix this with a moisturizer because, you know, this is a cream stick foundation, so it already does a good job at hydrating my skin. But I'm talking about, there was a time where my skin was so dry. It was flaky, okay? And using this mixed with my moisturizer, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm actually almost out of this, and I will definitely be repurchasing it. I also want to try the liquid foundation that they have as well, so that'll be a new foundation coming to my channel in the new year. All right, and then next up would be the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am in the shade Chestnut. If you're using me as a shade reference, this was another favorite foundation of mine. I didn't have to mix this with a moisturizer because, to be honest, I just would mix the Makeup Forever foundation stick and use that if my skin was that bad. But this one, beautiful coverage. It's a medium to full coverage, so you can build it up to full. It's nourishing. It's infused with hyaluronic acid, all that good stuff. And it is a shade match. It's really beautiful. This one, when I run out, I will be repurchasing this. And then another favorite foundation on the dewy side was the Beauty Bakery Instabake Aqua Glass Foundation. I am in the shade 317W. It's actually what I'm wearing now. I just really love this foundation. I felt like, first of all, affordability, cost, great price point, and it gives such beautiful coverage. It's such a beautiful foundation. And once again, if you're finding this foundation to be oily or greasy, like I've seen some people say, the same thing that I've heard people say with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation, is all about how you prep your skin before using the foundation. And I have found that this foundation, when I prep my skin right, it lasts and it's just beautiful, and I love it. I love it. Now this next product, I'm not sure where to classify it at. Whew, excuse me guys, I'm so sorry. But this next product, I'm not quite sure where to put it at. Like, is it a primer? Is it a foundation? Is it a concealer? Is it a highlighter? I do not know. And when I go on the Sephora app and try to look at it, because I tried to, you know, really pinpoint exactly what this product was. I didn't really get a lot of direction. but it is phenomenal. It's beautiful and I absolutely love it. And that's going to be the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Magical Goodness. I mean, I use this by itself when I need to do like a really quick, like 5 minute, 10-minute makeup routine. I use it by itself. I use it mixed with other foundations. I use it as a primer underneath foundation. I use it to conceal under the eyes in the center of the face, or just underneath the eyes. I use it as a highlighter. I mean, this stuff is just absolutely amazing. And if you don't have it, I definitely suggest you grab it. I am in the shade 6 Dark Tan. And beautiful packaging. And I just love Charlotte Tilbury. Her products just never fail. Okay, so that's it for foundation. Now moving into highlighters. So my favorite highlighters this year was the Fenty Beauty Shimmer Match Sticks. I use these a lot actually. I like that they're cream, so it really helps during the winter time to have this cream product here. I have the shades Blonde. Can you see? Can you guys see that? I have the shades Yacht Life, Blonde, Ridic, and Chili Mango. Ridic and Chili Mango I would oftentimes use as a blush. Blonde and Yacht Life I always use that as a highlighter. I use these to highlight underneath foundation. I use these to highlight on top of foundation. Just really, really beautiful. I love the packaging, that they're magnets and they stick together, so it's really cute and nice to travel with. And I love the shades. So these are definitely were one of my go-to highlighter products of 2019. Definitely loved these. Also the Makeup Revolution liquid highlighter in the shade Bronze Gold. I use this a lot, as you guys know, this year. As a lightweight highlighter, I used it underneath foundation, on top of foundation. It's really good to use for those no makeup looks, or soft glam looks, and you can build it up for really bold drama looks as well. So I really love this too. I'm missing one. Hold on a second. Okay, so the Maybelline Master Chrome Jelly Highlighters. I love this highlighter. I love having a jelly highlighter, and Maybelline is just a brand that I think is wonderful. They make beautiful products that work at an affordable price, and I love these jelly highlighters from Maybelline. This is the shade 30 Metallic Bronze, and I like to use this for underneath foundation, on top of foundation. I actually sometimes use this. Sundays tend to be a day where I don't wear any makeup at all. It's my spa day and my skincare day. But if I find myself having to run out of the house really quickly and I want to have a little bit of glow to my skin, I'll just pop this on and be barefaced. That's how nice it is. So it's very versatile, and for the most part I like doing this underneath foundation when I'm going for a very light look or like a no makeup look. Okay, next are the Colored Rain Power Collection Blush Highlighter Duos. These were my go-to this year. I used these an awful lot when they launched, and I couldn't wait to get them, and it was one of the best purchases I made this year. And I love it because the highlighters in here are absolutely gorgeous. And they give you some bling, okay? It's like that foil type of texture, like that wet skin look if you're going for that. And plus you also get a blush. So when I got these, I didn't really purchase much else after that because I literally had everything I need. But once again, I am looking forward to expanding my collection. And then last but definitely not least, I used this a lot this year too. This is the Makeup Revolution Quad Ignite Highlighter Palette, and this is what the shades look like. So you've got a nice gold shade here. You've got a bronze gold shade here. You got this rose gold shade here, and then you got like this rose gold bronze shade here. So this palette is absolutely beautiful. I like it because of its price point. Makeup Revolution is a brand that I just absolutely love. Affordability, quality products. I mean, they work, they do a good job, and you know, I'm on a budget, so it's really nice to get quality products that work. Whew. So that's it for my favorite highlighters, and now moving into powders. And in no particular order, these were just powders I really loved this year. First is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and I am in the shade Translucent Medium. I use this so much, and I cannot believe that I still have that much left. Like, wow, I use this to set my foundation. I use this to set my primer underneath my foundation. And it's really a beautiful, beautiful powder. And I really like it because it is a nourishing powder. So it is infused with hyaluronic acid. So I love that about this. And it's really great. I think the whole Too Faced Born This Way line was spot on, obviously, because I think I have everything from the collection: the foundation, the concealer, the powder. There you go. So yeah, this powder was absolutely amazing. And when I run out, I do think I'll buy more. Next up, I used a lot was the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I have the shades Hazelnut and Honey. Let me go grab Honey really quick. Okay, so Hazelnut, and then this one is Honey. I use Honey to like set under the eye and the entire face. Hazelnut is a bit dark, so this is my summer shade, but I also use it to set underneath foundation. Doesn't really matter because I'm going to go over it with my foundation. So I'll use this to prep my face for foundation if my skin is really, really oily. But both of these together. Oh, and I also have cashew. I have cashew too. That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. I just thought about that. Like, I have 3 of these. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, but hazelnut, honey, and cashew I have when I really, really want to brighten underneath the eye. But yeah, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Powders were definitely favorites of mine this year. It's hard. Like, I'm gonna have setting powders forever. I don't know if I'll buy new setting powders next year, guys, because I just have so much and they last so long. I don't see a need to go buy more. I kind of want to run through some of this, okay? Next up, the Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder. This one is in the shade just translucent. It's just a regular translucent one. And I also have the other one in the shade Cassava. That's what I'm saying. Like, all these, like, I'm not buying no more setting powders. Unless you guys tell me that there's a setting powder you want me to try or use. Fine, I'll do it for you. But in my personal collection, I just don't think I need to expand. But yeah, these Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powders are so beautiful. They work so nice. They're soft matte. And I love that for setting underneath the eye. In my concealer and even my whole face even. And I actually am almost out of this one. And then I have a lot of Cassava because I don't have to use it as often because I have a wide range of powders that I use. Next up is the Bare Minerals. Whoop. Oh no, is this not closed all the way? Okay. So next one is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Hydrating Mineral Veil. This is a powder, to be honest, that I typically only really use during this time of year when my skin needs more hydration. But it does a really good job at hydrating my skin when it's aggravated and flaky. I can use this and my skin does not flake, guys. That winter skincare routine I was telling you about is spot on if you have really, really dry skin in the winter time. And so Bare Minerals is a really good powder, and also the illuminating one too. I like to mix the illuminating powder with the hydrating powder if I want like extra glow. I want a nice radiant glow. And then last but not least, the Laura Mercier. This is the secret brightening powder for under eyes. And I like to use this to set under my eyes sometimes too. It's really nice. It's really milled very nicely. So I like this a lot too. And that's it for setting powders. And now moving into the final category, setting sprays. I don't have all of them right here, but my number one setting spray this year, as far as a mattifying setting spray goes, to the Milani Make It Last mattifying setting spray. That setting spray is so good. Prior to me using the Milani setting spray, I was using the Too Faced Peach Mist mattifying setting spray, and I really like that setting spray, but the Milani one came through and kicked that one right out of the door. I mean, the affordability of the products, and it really does work, and it really does help control the oil that's on my face. And then I have to give it to the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I absolutely loved that setting spray. First of all, the fact that it's a mist, I absolutely loved that. And then it just made my makeup melt all together, and it leaves a beautiful finish. The Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, definitely a staple in my routine. And then of course, as far as a hydrating setting spray, the Too Faced Hangover RX setting spray is a favorite and a staple in my routine. Woo! Well, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is all my favorite products of the year. I already did a video for eyeshadow palettes and red lipsticks and all of that. So feel free to check those videos out. But yeah, that's it. The next time I see you guys, it will be the year 2020, the start of a new decade. And I'm so excited and happy to be able to start that new decade with you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. It means so much to me. And I will see you guys next year.